My dearest soul, I know there's a unique loneliness you've been feeling. It's the solitude of carrying a dream, a promise, a deep conviction in your heart, and looking around to find no eyes that shine with the same certainty. You speak of your hope, and in return you get a polite smile, a look of pity, or worse, the silence of disbelief. The people you love, perhaps with the best intentions, try to bring you back to reality, advising you to be more practical, not to dream so big, to accept things as they are. And each of those words, each of those looks feels like a small stone thrown at the fragile glass of your faith. You've felt like a voice crying out in the wilderness, questioning your own sanity, asking yourself, am I wrong? Am I deluding myself? And in your most vulnerable moments, you might have even thought of giving up, lowering your flag, settling for the possible everyone preaches. It's precisely at this point of isolation and doubt that my voice needs to ring out in your spirit, like a war trumpet. What I'm about to tell you can transform your life, because it isn't an opinion, it's a verdict. I, the God who calls into existence things that are not, the one whose opinion overrides all others, declare over your life, you will win. Yes, you, with your improbable dream, with your promise that seems impossible, you will win. And you will win even if no one else believes. Your victory doesn't depend on their approval, their support, or their belief. It never did. It depends on one thing: my word spoken over your life. And my word, my child, doesn't return to me empty. Before we continue this message, write this word of faith in the comments. God guides me to true success and happiness. By doing this, you're shifting your source of validation. You're disconnecting from the crowd's opinion and connecting to your Creator's approval. Now, moving on with the message, I invite you to straighten your shoulders, lift your chin. Their disbelief isn't a reflection of your promise, it's a reflection of their limitations. They judge with earthly eyes, they calculate with earthly math. But you and I, we operate with the physics of heaven, where faith is the currency and miracles are the norm. My precious soul, why does the disbelief of others affect you so much? Because deep in your heart, you seek validation, external confirmation that you're not alone in your faith, and that's human. But I am calling you to a higher level of spiritual maturity. The most powerful faith isn't the one applauded by the crowd, but the one that endures in the silence of isolation. It's the faith of Noah, who built an ark under a blue sky, enduring everyone's scorn, because he heard my word. It's the faith of Abraham, who left his land for a place he didn't know, based solely on a promise. It's the faith of David, who faced a giant with a sling and a stone, when an entire army trembled in fear. The history of my kingdom wasn't written by men and women who followed consensus, but by those who dared to be different, by those who dared to believe my word above visible reality. The disbelief around you isn't an obstacle to your victory. It's actually part of my plan. It serves two glorious purposes. First, it purifies you. It forces you to examine your own heart and ask yourself, am I believing this because others support me, or because God spoke to me? External opposition burns away all impure motivation, leaving only the pure gold of your personal conviction in me. It transforms you from a follower into a leader. Second, and most importantly, their disbelief sets the stage for my glory. If everyone believed your dream was possible, when it came true, they'd say, we knew it. It was logical. It was expected. But because no one believes when your victory becomes apparent, it will be so shocking, so inexplicable, so clearly my act, that no one will be able to steal my glory. Their unbelief is the black backdrop against which the diamond of my power will shine most brightly. Now, before we continue this message, write in the comments, I trust in the Lord. By doing this, you are declaring that the only opinion that matters to you is mine. It's your act of divorcing the need for human approval. If this message resonated with you and you wish to support this mission, click thanks and help spread words of light, encouragement, and inspiration to many lives. Moving on, rejoice in the opposition. Be thankful for the disbelief. It's proof that what I'm doing in your life is so grand it doesn't fit into the small box of human logic. It's confirmation that you're on the path to a genuine miracle. My blessed soul, your victory has already been decreed in heaven. What you're experiencing now isn't the battle to see if you'll win, but simply the unfolding of time until that victory becomes real on earth. And in the meantime, your task isn't to convince others, but to convince yourself every day of the truth of my promise. You need to become your own biggest cheerleader. Your inner dialogue needs to change. When the voice of doubt, echoing external disbelief, arises in your mind, you need to be ready to counter with my truth. What I am doing in you today is a belief system transplant. I am removing the system based on external evidence and replacing it with one based on the internal evidence of my word in your spirit. How is this done? Through declaration. Your words don't just describe reality, they create it. Start speaking about your victory as a done deal. Not, if I win, but when I win. Not, I hope it happens, but I know it's happening. Speak about your healing, your restoration, your open door, even if your physical eyes don't see it yet. This isn't a denial of reality. It's the imposition of my higher reality over the natural one. I, your God, am sending you a special sign. The sign you've been waiting for is in this verse, Hebrews 11:1, which states, "Now faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen." Your faith isn't a vague wish. It's your evidence. It's your legal proof in the court of the Spirit that what you hope for is already yours. Write in the comments, "I receive this message and am blessed," and send love and protection to the person you love, declaring that their faith is also the evidence of their victory. If this message touched your heart, show your support with a thanks and help spread this message of light. Before proceeding, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, do so now. By subscribing, you keep yourself immersed in an environment of faith that will stifle the voices of doubt. Now, moving on with the message, surround yourself with truth. Saturate your mind with my word. Listen to testimonies of others who won against all odds. Create a greenhouse environment for your faith, protecting it from the cold of unbelief. You can't afford to feed on skepticism and expect your faith to thrive. And, most importantly, protect your heart. This means forgiving. Forgive those who don't believe in you. Bitterness against them is a poison that will weaken your own spirit. They aren't your enemies. They're just blind to what you can see. Release them, my dearest soul. For your victory to be complete and for you to walk in it with the dignity of a queen, forgiveness is the key that unlocks the final door. The disbelief of others may have left wounds in you. The feeling of being judged, ridiculed, or underestimated. If you don't deal with those hurts, you might reach your promised land, but you'll carry the desert's bitterness. That bitterness will steal the sweetness from your triumph. You need to forgive those who doubted you, not because they asked for it, but because you need freedom. Resentment is a chain that keeps you tied to them. I'm calling you to soar, and you can't fly while chained. Try to understand them. Often, their disbelief isn't about you, it's about them. It reflects their fears, their limitations, the dreams they themselves gave up on. By mocking your dream, they're trying to justify the absence of their own. Have compassion. They're stuck in a cage you're about to leave. Your greatest revenge won't be saying "I told you so." It will be your transformed life, your radiant joy, which might give them the courage to dream again too. And the most important forgiveness is forgiving yourself. Forgive yourself for every time you doubted, for every time their disbelief shook you, for every time you thought of giving up. You're human. Your faith doesn't have to be perfect to be effective. It just needs to be directed at me. Your path has been one of learning, and doubt was part of the lesson. Don't be ashamed of it. Embrace it as part of the story that will make your testimony even more powerful and real. In the comments, list people, including yourself, you want to forgive. Picture each one, send them love, and say, "I forgive you and set you free. May peace be with you." Feel the lightness and freedom forgiveness brings. Repeat this daily to strengthen your inner peace and release anxiety. By doing this, you're clearing your heart for celebration. You're making sure that when your victory arrives, it will be pure joy, untainted by any root of bitterness or "I told you so." You will win with grace, and that's the mark of my true champions. My precious soul, as you walk these last few steps of your solitary path of faith, I want you to know you're not truly alone. Where human sight fails, spiritual reality takes over. And in that spiritual reality, you are surrounded. You are surrounded by a great cloud of witnesses. All the heroes of faith who've walked this earth, who faced their own share of disbelief and opposition, are in the stands of heaven. And they're not silent. They're cheering you on. They understand your struggle, and they know the glorious outcome that awaits you. They applaud your every step of faith. You are surrounded by my army of angels. I've sent my most powerful warriors ahead of you to clear the way, remove obstacles and fight battles you can't see. Every word of doubt thrown at you is intercepted and canceled in the spirit realm. You're walking in a corridor of angelic protection. And most importantly, you are surrounded by me. I'm not just in heaven watching. I am in you through my spirit. I am the strength in your knees when they tremble. I am the conviction in your heart when your mind wavers. I am the fire in your soul that refuses to be extinguished. Your faith isn't something you created. It's my gift, which I myself uphold within you. What feels like a solitary path is, in truth, the best accompanied mission in the universe. Your victory won't be an individual achievement. It will be a team victory. Your perseverance joined with heaven's power. So when you feel alone, quiet your heart and try to listen. Hear the roar of applause from the cloud of witnesses. Feel the movement of angels around you. And above all, feel the constant pulse of my presence in your chest saying, "We are in this together, and we won't lose." My blessed soul, when your victory comes, it will have a purpose far beyond your own vindication. It will be a key that unlocks doors for many others. Your story of "no one believed but God did it" will become a beacon. It will give others who also feel isolated in their own dreams permission to believe. Your life will prove you don't need the crowd's support to have God's favor. You will become a paradigm shifter, living proof that I don't operate within the boxes of human logic. You will be an inspiration for dreamers, inventors, pioneers, for all those who carry a God-given project in their hearts that the world considers madness. Your testimony will tell them, if God did it for me, He can do it for you. Don't give up on what He's placed in your heart, no matter how lonely the road. Share this video with 2 loved ones who need this message of hope and faith. Let's build a chain of love and mutual support together. Leave a comment with a prayer of faith and hope. A simple, "Lord, may my victory inspire others to believe in the impossible," aligns your miracle with my redemptive purpose for the world. Furthermore, your victory will bring a healthy awe and a reevaluation to the hearts of those who doubted, not to shame them, but to awaken them. They'll be forced to recognize there's a greater reality, a higher power at work. Your miracle can be the catalyst for salvation, or for the restoration of faith in someone's life who was skeptical. Your solitary yes to me can multiply into a harvest of yeses around you. I'm not just giving you a personal victory, I'm giving you a platform, and your message will be your own life. Get ready, because your anonymity is about to end. Not so you become a celebrity, but so I am glorified through your unlikely story. My precious soul, with victory so near and your calling so clear, what should your final stance be? It's the stance of royalty. You're no longer a beggar, hoping for a scrap of faith. You're no longer a defender trying to prove your point. You are a child of the King, walking in the certainty of the word your Father has spoken. And a queen doesn't walk anxiously. She moves with serene dignity. Your stance from today on is one of victorious rest. Stop fighting to convince others. Stop wasting your energy on pointless debates. Use that energy to rejoice in the promise. Start planning your celebration party. Start dreaming about what you'll do after your victory arrives. Shift your focus from the battle to the celebration. This attitude of faith confuses the enemy and gladdens my heart. Your stance is one of confident silence. You no longer need to defend yourself. Your silence from now on won't be resignation but authority. It will be the silence of someone who knows something others don't. Let them talk. Let them doubt. Your answer won't come from your mouth, but from my hand. Your vindication will be my action, and it will be more eloquent than any argument you could make. Your stance is one of gratitude. Start thanking me, not just for the victory to come, but for the path that brought you here. Thank me for the opposition, which strengthened your faith. Thank me for the isolation, which deepened your closeness with me. Thank me for every human no, which made you more dependent on my heavenly yes. A grateful heart is a victorious heart. Even before the battle ends, rest, silence, and gratitude. This is your royal stance. It's how you await your coronation, not with anxiety, but with the calm certainty of one already chosen, whose reign has already been declared. My beloved soul, we've reached the end of our war council and the start of your triumphant procession. The final word has been spoken. The verdict is sealed. Together, we've unmasked disbelief as a tool for my glory. We've equipped you with the weapons of declaration, forgiveness, and a heavenly viewpoint. You understand you're not alone, and that your victory will unlock doors for many. And you've taken your royal stance of rest, silence, and gratitude. Now the battlefield has shifted. The fight is no longer external, against others' opinions. The only remaining struggle is internal, against the temptation to step down from your throne of trust and return to the arena of argument. And that's a battle you, by my grace, have already won. For my part, I give you my ultimate assurance. I, the God who cannot lie, will honor my word in your life. Your victory isn't a possibility. It's a sacred appointment, and it will come at the perfect time and in the most glorious way. So there will be no doubt who your defender, your provider, and your king is. Your part, my daughter, my champion, is simply to hold your ground. It's to keep your head held high. It's to ignore the crowd's noise and keep your ears tuned only to my voice. It's to walk, from this day forward, not as someone hoping to win, but as someone who has already won and is simply awaiting the award ceremony. Leave this meeting of ours with a new authority in your spirit. You don't need anyone's permission to believe. You don't need anyone's applause to move forward. You have my word, and that's all you need, and it's all you'll ever need. Your victory awaits you. If this message resonated with you and your situation, type in the comments, "My victory comes from the Lord, and I will not doubt." Share your experiences in the comments about how you've dealt with disbelief around you. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe to the channel for more faith-based content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.